So what's one of the most important roles a parent can play in their child's life?
Found out today at Dyslexic and Unstoppable.
Hi, it's Dr. Deb Curtis.
And Lucy Curtis from Dyslexic and Unstoppable. Our mission is to help dyslexics rediscover their inner power.
That's right. And as a parent of a dyslexic child, you may feel like you have a lot of things that you have to handle, right? To take care of, to get in order. But what's the most important thing? What is the thing that when our son was going through this, we felt like it was the most important thing, the most important role for us to take to be for him?
Be his advocate, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, the advocate part of being a parent is so needed and empowering for a child, because like if I go back with our son, first he knew that we had his back. Mm-hmm. There was no question. He knew. I told him 50 million times, as long as you've done your best, the score doesn't matter, right? Mm-hmm. When you're struggling and you need to figure out where you're going with all this, it's not about the score. It's about, being able to find ways to help your child. And then also being there for your child at school, because sometimes you know your child best. Mm-hmm. So sometimes there's a disconnect with your child at home and your child at school, because for different reasons, for if you're not really practicing reading at home because he's in kindergarten or preschool, and then they start doing that at school, then they see a different behavior because it's not the same habits at home or things like that. So but if you realize, if you're playing a game together and your child has a great attention span, and then he starts reading and then the attention span is not the same, it doesn't mean that your child has an attention problem. It might be a learning issue. So you need to be able to communicate with a teacher what you feel and what you see at home in a positive way.
Right.
And exactly. I can't express that enough, because you're not competing, you're not confronting, you're trying to solve a problem, right? Solve the puzzle. So together you can put your ideas together and figure out where is the issue.
Exactly. And that's the whole thing of why we say be an advocate. It's not a fight. It's not like you're going in there to fight for your child. You're there to advocate for your child, and to know that your child's teacher is on your side, and if you set up that collaborative atmosphere like we've talked about in previous videos, then the teacher wants to work with you, and so you can advocate for your child. The other thing that advocacy helps for is, when right now a lot of parents are going through parent-teacher conferences and that kind of stuff. So, like you kind of alluded to, the teacher may not understand, why is this smart kid suddenly sitting down to read becomes all hyper and everything like that. And by being their advocate, you can say, actually, if you notice, that only happens when he reads, and that's because of the reading issue, and we're getting him the help that he needs, but can you bear with us through this and help him to get through the system? And I think it helps everybody involved to and
it also makes, I think of when a teacher is not defensive, and that teacher knows that they can come to the mom with not necessarily a negative thing, but an issue that could be solved, right? So that you guys can have a conversation and say, okay, I'm gonna do this part, you're gonna do this part, we're gonna work together. And that's how we build it up with our son. And the reading teacher would do his part, add up with the regular teacher. I would work on my part at home to help him, and it became this beautiful full circle of empowering, communicating ideas, and looking out for the child, and that was it. It was,
and then that's how you lead to having parent-teacher conferences where, we've had the teachers get teary when they talk about our kids because of that, because they feel like they're on the same team as you, and they feel like we're all working together to help this child achieve the most. So let us know how you advocate for your child. Leave us a comment below, and visit us at Dyslexic and Unstoppable.
Thank you.
Thanks.